joining me for this video where I am going to be explaining one of my favorite Christmas gifts. It's the Tarte Jewelry Box palette. Such a neat palette. There is so much inside of here. I'm going to walk you through what all's on the inside. On the outside, you can see it's got this gorgeous kind of quilted gold top and a necklace that you can actually take off and wear if you want to. So in a second here, I will show you what all is on all the layers that are inside this palette and show some swatches along the way, and then at the end I'll give you my overall review of this product. So keep on watching. First things first, we open up the palette to our first level of eyeshadows. Getting here all in all is 16 shimmery shadow colors, so you can see they really have a lot of depth to them, a lot of these shades. What I like so much is that you're getting so many really nice jewel tones. If you are one of those people who maybe you tend to gravitate more toward the neutrals, but if you want to branch out and try some color, these are all really wearable colors, I feel like. The shades are in many cases very creamy feeling. There are a few of the lighter shades where I kind of felt like, okay, maybe that could be a little more pigmented or have a little more to it. In my personal opinion, some of the stars of this palette, I love these top two, especially together. That kind of sort of goldeny buttercream shade and that burgundy are awesome. These shades right here, it's kind of an old gold and then more of a metallic gold. Those are gorgeous. The copper is incredible right there. And then this shade is very interesting. What I'm focusing in on here looks kind of like a purple, but it has sort of a blue iridescence, and at times it can even look brown. If you're familiar with the shade Label Whore from Too Faced, it has kind of that similar idea there. It's not quite how it appears, and you just kind of got to try it to realize that. So overall, top layer of shadows, very good. You have tons of colors to experiment with, and I really don't think you're going to get bored with that. Then the top flaps kind of spin out, and what you have on the second layer are the matte colors. Keep in mind, these are all full-sized colors, so think what it would probably cost to get, you know, 32 full-sized high-end shadows, and then think about what you actually wind up with here. It's great to kind of have them separated. I like having the matte separate from the shimmer because oftentimes that's kind of how I decide what I'm going to do. You know, I really want, you know, that purely shimmery shade on the lid, but then I really want to find a matte shade to put in the crease or maybe as a liner or something like that. So many of these shades can double as gorgeous liners. I love that plum. This is a great go-to shade. It's interesting because rather than being black, it is a pretty deep charcoal that does not have shimmer. It's so nice. This blue is lovely, and so is this green right here, kind of a, I don't know, a jungle green. It's really pretty. This robin's egg blue is another lovely shade. So again, if you want to experiment with color, I mean, these are not unwearable shades. So, and they do coordinate nicely with some other shades in the shimmery side. So just use your imagination. The one thing I don't really like is that, I mean, I love the shadows, don't get me wrong. I think this is a fantastic selection of eyeshadows, but they don't have names. And sometimes, and I'm not even sure how they would lay that out on this palette, but it's so useful when palettes like those from Urban Decay and Too Faced list the names, and when you're trying to do a tutorial, people can know what you're using, or you can more easily remember what colors you used. Here, there are little numbered like clear sheets that are laying on top of this when you get them, but it's just not practical for those to stick around all the time or to refer to them constantly. So that's kind of the miss where the shadows are concerned. Next, we pull out the drawer that has our bronzer, highlighter, and lip gloss. I am nuts about what is known as the soft pink luminizer here. This is kind of, it reminds me of like candlelight. When you put this on your face, you have the most beautiful glow, but also just a hint of a golden shimmer. It is such a nice finishing touch for pretty much any makeup look that you have. Look at the size of that. These are big. These are the size of like what you would get in a compact. The bronzer is also really nice. Keep in mind it's a shimmery bronzer, so that may affect how you wear it. This could be, I think this could be very good on fair skin. It could be good on a little bit deeper skin as well. It's not orangey, it just has the nice sort of bronze tone. It has kind of a almost creamy feel to it and a really nice shimmer, but this isn't going to be something you may want to contour with. This is what you want to give to kind of give you that sun-kissed glow where the sun might naturally hit you. Now these lip glosses, I think, really offer something for everyone. They're for the girl who likes the red lip, the person who wants the neutrally nude lip, and someone who likes the pink lip as well. You're going to get a mix here of creamy shades and shades that have just a little bit of sparkle to them. To point out those shades that have a little shimmer, this one, kind of a peachy, goldeny shade. This one right here, kind of your classic mauve. This bright berry, and this one down here, peachy, pinky, a little bit less gold than that shade, so a little more peachy, and that one's a little more gold. The red is very nice and would be a nice topper to any red lipstick, but my go-to combination, I used this on New Year's Eve, and I loved using this pink and this berry shade for the ultimate bright pink lip. I went all over my lips with this kind of Barbie bubblegum pink, and then I went over parts of it with this deeper pink to give it some dimension, but I let this pink really shine through on the bottom part of my lower lip. It made a really pouty, full look. These two are just dynamite together. And last but not least, we have the eyeliners. Tried these liners out, and they are supposed to be long-wearing eyeliners, and I've got to say I wore these even on my lower lash line, which is kind of like my personal danger zone. And what you've got here, basically, also to walk you through the shades: shimmery black, green, kind of a goldeny, golden shade, a plum, and a regular black. They wear very well. They're very creamy. You don't have to try hard to put them on. But in terms of some of these shimmery shades, my goodness, these are some of the best shimmery liners that I have tried, because this Tarte is not attempting to put large chunks of glitter into a small eyeliner pencil. That's kind of my pet peeve, when you run into really chunky glitter in a pencil, in an eyeliner pencil of all things. How is that supposed to glide on? So the shimmer is really fine. And look at that green. How gorgeous is that green? Picture that on the lower lash line, you know? I mean, and then top it off with one of the shadows. I just think these are great little liners. Downfall here, these are very hard to get out of the container. So pretty much as soon as I'm done with this review, I'm nabbing all of these out of here and putting them somewhere else. In terms of the overall palette, I mean, I think it's an awesome palette. I really enjoy the makeup that's inside, but if you are looking for something that can really be portable, something you can travel with, I think you would have to be very, very careful if you wanted to toss this in, you know, a big bag and travel around with it, because in terms of its practicality, at least for mine, I can tell that it's maybe supposed to kind of attach here at the sides in sort of a magnetic way. The front has kind of a weak magnet there. You can see that doesn't really cling very tight, so that can easily come undone. And these sides already kind of are loose. So I don't feel like there's anything really tightly holding that in. Again, if you want to really work with this, take the necklace off the front. But yeah, I worry about that, because if this does kind of come undone, you've got instantly a bunch of broken eyeshadows on the inside. And this top, you wouldn't want to put a whole lot of pressure down on top of that either. So while this looks gorgeous sitting out on your vanity, don't plan on it to be, unless you've got a very secure way of traveling with this, don't plan on this to be maybe your go-to travel piece. So that may be one of the only downfalls that this has, because I really, really enjoy the brand. The products inside are awesome. And to give you just a few more words about this brand, because there's a little kind of info sheet here that comes with it. And Tarte is a very kind of people-friendly product and animal-friendly as well. It's cruelty-free, so it's not tested on animals. It's also formulated without parabens, mineral oil, phthalates, sodium lauryl sulfate, synthetic dye, synthetic fragrance, and even more. So there are a lot of those bad things taken out, and in it are what are called skin vigorating ingredients: vitamins A and E, vitamin C, grapeseed oil, mineral pigments, and cocoa seed butter. So a lot of thought, I think, has gone into the creation of this brand, the development of the products, and this is just so fun to go through a big palette like this and have so many options just to open it up and play. So that's what I feel like I'm doing oftentimes when I'm in here in my makeup room. I just come in and I start playing around, and I walk out with tons of product on my face most days. But anyway, hope you enjoy my review of this, and I hope if you get a chance to check this out and let me know what you think of it. So thanks again for watching, guys. Have a great day.